Hello, welcome to the Flickr YouTube channel. My name is Tyler Ferraro, and I'm going to be going over something today a little bit different, a little exciting. Here at Flickr, we focus a lot on uh, the actual production of films. We talk a lot about how make lighting look good, how to make sound good, and the overall creation of film. But a lot of film happens before the actual production, and a lot of film also happens after the actual production of a film. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about a pre-production phase where the script gets read and reviewed. So basically, the writer gives the script to an agent. The agent then gives the script to a producer, and the producer is too busy to actually read the script, so he sends it to a script reader or an intern or just whoever else can do it. And they read the script and they do what's known as script coverage. That's what this is today. This is script coverage. And I'm going to kind of walk you guys through it. It's very simple, very easy, but it is very important, and it's something that you guys can use in your scripts, your ideas. Give someone a script along with a template for script coverage, and they can review it, and you can get really, really in-depth, great reviews on your scripts and your ideas. So this is something that's very important. Production companies will use this technique. So today, we're going to be doing script coverage on Birdman, which was the 2015 Best Film Oscar-winning. So this is kind of how you do script coverage. I'm going to be using the template, or not the template, but the script of Birdman. And I'm not going to show it on screen because of distribution stuff. I don't want to get sued. But I have it open on my external monitor, so we can get through that right now. So let's just go ahead and get started. So title of the script is Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. I'm not going to put that whole thing on there. And then you have a writer, obviously. So you put the writer. For Birdman, for example, there's, I think, 4. So you want to put all of those writers down. But for interest of time, I'm just going to put down Alejandro Inarritu. So he wrote it along with 3 other guys. I'm not going to put down the 3 other guys. But when you do your legitimate script coverage, you will put down as many writers as there are. Now, form, this is usually, this can vary from company to company. Sometimes, you have to dictate if it's a screenplay or some type of other script, if it's a short, something like that. Sometimes you get a script and it's a blue revision, white revision script, final script, something like that. This form really depends on the production company issuing it to you. So this is actually this Birdman script that was for your consideration for Best Original Screenplay. That form doesn't really matter in this case. I'll just put final for final script. And then coverage is coverage by Tyler Ferraro. That's me. I'm Tyler Ferraro. Genre, this is where you put the genre, so it's probably like a drama, comedy. It's kind of funny, I guess. Drama, comedy. Location, New York City. Very simple. Period, present day. So this is where you put, like, if it's a Great Gatsby film or something like that. The Great Gatsby would be 1920s, 1930s. This is the period it takes place. And now budget's hard. I'm by no means an expert in knowing the budget of films. I don't know how they're budgeted. I don't know that enough to make an adequate guess as to what the budget of Birdman would be. I'll just put 50 million. This is just a guess. Complete. I'll make it 100 million. It's complete guess. I have no idea. If you start to work for a production company, you start to really learn how much a film costs, so you can make more adequate guesses. In reality, should really do a range, probably. So 50 to 100 million. That sounds a lot better than 100 million. And then the date. So today's date that I'm recording this video is August 4th, 2015. This is actually one of the first videos I'm making for the YouTube, so this is very exciting. So yeah, okay. So now you get all that basic information out of the way, and now you move down to here. Some script coverage templates it'll be in a table, but for this one it's not. But you just gotta go and put X's for what you think. So storyline, is it poor, fair, good, or excellent? Birdman storyline, excellent. Characters in Birdman were excellent. The dialogue in Birdman, it was good. I'll give it a good. Definitely could have been. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just, for the sake of not giving it all an excellent, I'm going to go ahead and give it a good. The structure was really good. Production value, I mean, it took place in a theater most of the time. There's nothing really like eye-catching. Writing ability, yeah, you got 4 guys writing your script. Your writing ability better be good. So that's easy. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Now we move on to a log line. A log line is basically a quick 1-line summary of the script. So for Birdman, for example, a man tries to escape his superhero past by putting on a play in New York City. So, I mean, it doesn't need to be anything too descriptive. And obviously, I'm writing it down in a couple seconds here. This is, you really want to try and put time and effort into it, because for the most part, most of the time you'll be giving this off to producers and stuff to read. They read this rather than the script, and they decide if they want to pursue reading the script or just completely pass. So it's very important to be as true and as honest as you can. So something like this probably wouldn't really fly, but for right now, this is fine. It doesn't need to be too serious for right now. Again, I'm just trying to fly through this so I don't make a 30-minute video. And now comments. Comments are interesting. As I read a script, like on my phone or on my computer, I'll take notes along with the script. So I'll say, this was good, this is bad, I didn't really understand this portion. So for Birdman, I would say, first off, I would just give my general feeling about the script. The script is great. First off, is great. Could be a potential Oscar winner. And then you kind of want to go into a little bit more detail. For example, I haven't read the Birdman script in a couple months, so I can't really remember everything in the script. But for example, one of these scripts I read as I was interning for a production company was there was a boy who was playing a PlayStation Vita in the script. The script direction said, oh, he pulls out his PlayStation Vita. Okay, it's fine. And then later on, the boy went home and he started playing his Xbox, which is all fine and dandy, but if he was playing his PlayStation Vita earlier, when he goes home, for continuity's sake, he should be playing a PlayStation. Granted, there are people who own both consoles, yada, 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 but just to keep it simple and basic, that's just something, that can be considered. Or just have him play whatever console company funds the film, puts money into the film. If Nintendo wants to put $10 million into the film, he's going to be playing a Wii U. Little stuff like that is important to take note of. So obviously I don't have a lot of comments right now because I haven't read the script in a while. So this would usually be 4 to 5 sentences, about a paragraph. And then you also, depending on the production company or who you're working for and doing this for, you want to put director suggestions in the comments as well, so who you think could direct this film. So for Birdman, I feel like Michael Bay could really add something to this film, and I feel like George Lucas would want to take a crack at another film. So I feel like these 2 guys would be excellent directors for Birdman. Moving on to characters. This is where you kind of break down the characters. So the main character, Riggin. Also, you want to make sure all your character names are capitalized. So even if I put character names here, somewhere in this area, they would be capitalized. It just makes it easier to read and point out different characters. So Riggin, the main character Riggin isn't a complete stud or anything. He just seems kind of like a basic guy. Yes, he is an actor in the film, but he still has that kind of down-to-earth mentality. I could definitely see myself having a conversation with him, so that's important to point out. Very relatable. Audiences like a relatable character, so that's good. Um, and you would probably break down 3 to 5 sentences again for the main characters, and then you would also put actor suggestions here. So actor suggestions for the character of Riggin, if I can spell. Obviously, Nicolas Cage, without a doubt, would nail this role. I personally do 2 to 3 suggestions. So another actor who I think who could portray Riggin would be, let's put Chris Evans in there. Why not? Chris Evans is cool. So we'll do the character of Sam, which is, notice how I'm doing capitals here, Riggin's daughter. Yeah, all right, I'll accept that. I'll accept that for now for this video, but if I was a producer, I would not accept that. You know, take your time with this. Don't just, this shouldn't take you 15 minutes to do. You know, this should take you sit down, really take an hour to do this. So actor suggestions for Sam, or actress, I apologize, actress suggestions. I don't know, I could see Lindsay Lohan, I could see Tina Fey, you know, I could see them portraying these characters, why not? And you can continue, I could continue going on here. You could do another 2-3 characters. When I do my script coverage, I try and do the main 3 or 4 characters. 5 is okay, but 6 is probably pushing it overkill, unless there are like 6 main characters. Then not really. So, for example, for like Harry Potter, for example, I would just do Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Those are the 3 characters I'm going to break down because they're the most important. They're in every single scene. Again, 3 to 5 sentences each on these character suggestions, as well as actors who could portray them. And now we get to the synopsis. This is also important. This is going to be about 2 to 3 paragraphs. I'm not actually going to write the synopsis down because that'll just take too much time. I'll just kind of write down notes about the synopsis. So it should be about 2 to 3 paragraphs. 1 paragraph per act of the film is what I go for. So the first paragraph would be the first act, and then the second paragraph, second act, third paragraph, third act. That kind of breakdown is very simple. It does not need to be a detailed scene summary of sorts. Just kind of basically what's going on. So look at your log line, for example. Expand that by a little bit for each act, basically. You don't need to say every little single thing that happens. So yeah, this is pretty much script coverage. Very easy, very simple, very helpful. I heavily suggest you practice this. I would even just read a script and just do script coverage on it, even just for yourself, just to practice. In the description down below, I'll provide a link to a great website that kind of goes more in depth with this, as well as some templates that you can then download and use. Not every template will be the same like this. They're all kind of different. They range in difference from production company to production company, but I heavily suggest you take use of them. Thank you very much for watching, and be sure to subscribe and look forward to the next video. Thanks.